This video is for New Yorkers. I seen this Instagram post this morning by the Mayor of New York. NYC has finally made a childcare map. And without even starting the research on this childcare map, some obvious glaring concerns were jumping off the page, at least to me. And that suspicion was compounded when I looked in the comments. Even though this post was only 10 hours old, this comment had already got 2,000 likes. Imagine people being so upset about this. Preempting my upset that I'm about to share. Every single comment in this comment section loves Mamdani and is so happy with this incredible childcare map. Nobody sees the issue. Nobody sees the issue. No? Shall I explain it to you then? This map publicly consolidates the addresses and operating details of 10,000 locations where small children are left in the care of others. Some of them are home-based providers, filterable by age, location, walking time, transit instructions, and cost. This does more for predators than parents. The issue this claims to solve is that parents have a high friction, messy, scattered way of finding out about care services. Some of it comes from word of mouth, school flyers, Facebook groups, or borough level lists. Although that is scattered and inefficient and deserved inspection, the predators also didn't have a clean, citywide, maintained by the government, filterable list of places where unsupervised children are dropped off and at what exact time and how to get there. This map kindly closes that gap for them. If the goal is to educate parents on their subsidy allowances, then you just needed to go to the boroughs and ask people, do you know that you're entitled to this? Instead of community outreach, Mamdani has opted to build a digital surveillance infrastructure that aggregates thousands of child-dense sites into one easy-to-use interface. But when you follow the money, this gets so much worse. The first thing I want to point out is that Mamdani and the Mayor's office are launching this as a first of its kind. That's a lie. Just in October 2025, the United Federation of Teachers launched a near identical product. They designed a subsidy navigation platform. The goal was to help parents identify what financial assistance that they could qualify for. The original platform designers called it a labour of love and noted a 40% increase in supported families' earnings simply through understanding and access to the right level of care. Mamdani launches his city map less than 5 months after the Teachers Union create theirs. Their tool covers over 12,000 providers, while the city map covers less than 10,000. But this new childcare portal does not exist in isolation. It sits on top of My City, the Adams era one-stop shop digital platform that has already become one of New York's most documented governance technology failures. In December 2025, the comptroller found that the City of New York had spent over $100 million across 120 contracts with approximately 50 different vendors on this My City platform over the last 4 years. The comptroller's audit concluded that the platform has very little to show for. The primary planning contractor of this My City platform was an organization called the Innovative Business Concepts, Inc. And over the 4 contracts that they have with the City of New York has spent $2.5 million just producing the My City roadmap and functional requirements document and a project plan. The audit found that they had failed to produce any evidence that the platform had been delivered, just a roadmap. But they've already been paid in full. And now a second contractor has been brought in to provide the technical project management. This childcare portal is described as the most developed part of the My City workstream, but it still scores a 7 out of 100 on mobile performance and a 9 out of 100 on desktop. The comptroller's words were, this is a poor return on investment. The broader My City Council testimony confirmed that over 78 contracts had a total value of $7 billion since inception, and that despite the other costs that I've already mentioned, this childcare programs map was specifically spearheaded by the Office of Childcare, and so then the Office of Childcare also got an extra $80,000 in its 2026 financial year budget. So they're throwing your money as taxpayers at something that a teachers union had already created because they needed to meet a problem that the bureaucracy of the state of New York had created that does not need to exist at all. Mamdani has promised to deliver by September 2026 a new 2K program that gives at least 2,000 free childcare seats. They said that their target for free childcare is to get 12,000 seats by 2027. Mamdani got elected because he was committed to universal childcare. If universal free childcare is your end goal, why the fuck would you commission this platform? The platform exists to help parents navigate the red tape and complicated bureaucracy of availing of their benefits. But you ran on a platform that says everybody should get the same benefits. So why do you need all of this red tape and then an additional surveillance platform to help parents manage it? You just need to offer them free fucking childcare. It is not that complicated. If he had just gone straight to universal automatic childcare instead of building a searchable public map of everybody's children's, then the following parties would lose profit. All of the big for-profit childcare chains, including KinderCare and Bright Horizons, the private equity investors in those childcare chains, these SaaS vendors that create these stupid platforms, the government tech contractors ecosystem, and that means testing administrative apparatus that wastes everybody's time and resources. Your eligibility for childcare should be a simple determination. Do you have children? Do you need childcare? If yes to both, proceed to line. The whole concept of having a means-tested administrative apparatus is colonial and oppressive. It means you have to show a bureaucrat that you are struggling enough to avail of basic human rights and community support. And the for-profit childcare sector in New York City is no minor player. KinderCare operates in Manhattan at up to $40,000 per year per child is what they're getting. They are publicly traded, private equity-backed businesses whose continued profitability is always prioritised above public childcare needs and the safety and welfare of those children, or how easy it is for parents to navigate the system. There's an entire class of company who actually make money off the system being difficult to navigate. They are solving problems that they created and then selling them to you as major political wins for him. The families who are most ground down by this system, most in need of support and have not been able to claim the entitlements that they are owed, are not the audience for this government-branded MAP app. Because what that audience needed was automatic enrolment in childcare and plain language letters and community outreach workers to help them understand this bureaucratic mess. The map has not solved any of those problems. It has just added a convenient searchable layer with no data security presented about children's locations on top of a system that is inherently rotten. And they call that progress.